What is going on, everybody? I am back with a brand new video, and today we are taking a look at the Discology OG V3 disc golf bag. I have been using the V3 bag for about a month and a half now, and I've gathered some pros and cons that I want to share. But first, let's give a quick rundown of the bag itself. Discology says the bag has a total capacity of 26 or more discs. Right now I have 24 discs in here. That includes 20 in this main compartment made up of 15 drivers, 3 mid-ranges, and 2 putters. I then put 2 zones in this middle slot and my 2 putters in the putter pouch up top. This is pretty full right now, but if you really wanted to squeeze another driver in there, you could, but it's gonna make it hard to pull discs in and out. They do offer another pocket in this middle section that you can throw a putter in, or honestly, if you wanted to, you could put a few more drivers in it. The bag has large expandable pockets on both sides, along with 2 cup holders. I haven't had an issue fitting a water bottle in these pockets. As you can see, this is a pretty good sized bottle, and it fits nice and snug in there. I don't know how much water you guys carry on the course, but this is plenty for me. Of course, you have the padding on the back of the bag, which we'll talk a little bit more about later, but you also have this built-in zipper pocket. Personally, I think this is just a goofy pocket. Grip EQ does the same thing, and I have never once used this pocket, but it is there. There are also some smaller pockets on the sides here. I like to put my phone in one and maybe a mini on the other, but you guys can decide what you do with those. That pretty much sums up the bag itself. Now let's talk about some of my personal pros and cons. Starting with the pros. My first one is simply the price. This bag's retail is $89.99, and for a bag this size, I think that's a pretty good price tag, especially when you start comparing it to companies like Grip or Squatch, where their bags range from $200 to $300. Now, that's not to say this is a better bag, but the price is hard to beat. As I kind of mentioned, another pro is just the size of this bag. I switched from the Grip BX3 series, and I didn't have to downsize at all. In fact, I think this bag holds more discs because of this center pouch here. Grip does a similar thing, but their pocket is too small to actually fit a disc there. Don't get me wrong, I really want that new giant Paul Macbeth grip bag, but truthfully, I don't think I need any more space. Another thing I really like about this bag is just how lightweight and comfortable it is. Right out of the box, I noticed how light it was. Maybe that's because I'm used to a bag full of discs, but even when you get this thing packed up, it's not overly heavy. The padding is also very solid. It's only made up of these 3 cushions here, but they're pretty padded, and so far I have had no issue with the comfort. Keep in mind, I have only been using it for about a month and a half, but so far, so good. Those are my 2 main pros about the bag, but there are a couple more features worth mentioning. The plastic feet on the bottom of the bag allows it to stand up on its own. If you've had a bag that falls over all round long, you know how annoying it is not to have these. Also, the 2 zipper pockets on both sides is plenty of space and storage to keep your valuables in. Now let's switch our focus to some of the cons. The one thing I found most annoying about this bag is this rain cover right here. Every time I would go take a disc out, this thing would somehow flop up. So when I went to put a disc back in, I would constantly have to be pushing this back behind the discs to put my discs back. Now, it doesn't sound like that big of an issue, but it's just like having a bag that's falling over all round long. As the round goes on, it gets more and more annoying, and that's how I felt about this flap. Now, they did put Velcro back there, but what ends up happening is when you put your putters in the putter pouch, they slide down and break that Velcro, and then the flap just comes right back up. Now, I ended up fixing this by putting stronger Velcro back there and putting it a little farther down on the bag so that the putter pouch didn't come like in contact with it, and that seemed to do the trick. I don't have to worry about that anymore. But when you first get this bag, or when I first got this bag, that was the main thing that just annoyed me immediately. Kind of going along with that first one, the second one is just the putter pouch in general. It's not terrible, but by all means, they could have made this slot a bit bigger. As you can see, sometimes it's kind of hard to get your putters in there. Now I run into this issue mainly when I'm trying to pull both putters out at the same time. That's when they get really stuck. But if you go one putter at a time, then it's pretty good and, you know, not annoying. But most of the time when I go up to putt, I'm grabbing both putters and I am constantly fighting trying to get them out. So another just kind of annoying thing that I feel like they could have easily made it slightly bigger to fix. Those are my two main gripes about this bag. My third one, and I don't know if it's necessarily a con, but I don't like how much this bag resembles Grip EQ bags. I kind of wish they went with a more unique design or switched up a little bit. I think people that know grip bags might see this as a knockoff grip, but who knows, maybe I'm wrong and maybe that plays into their favor. As for quality and durability, only time will tell. However, the short amount of time I've had it, there have been no significant signs of wear so far. Hopefully this video has helped you decide whether or not this bag is a good fit for you. My goal is not to persuade you one way or the other, but just to share my experience with it. However, if you do decide to buy the bag, I do have an affiliate code with Discology, Chase and Chains. If you use that at checkout, it'll save you about $10, knocking the price down to $81 or $80. So there's that for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you on the next one.